Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining in. You're always welcome and always appreciated. I just wanted to go over something that I've been working on the website 2c4.club. I've been doing some fantasy wrestling material, just trying to give people some ideas, some bit of freedom of creativity, if you want to call it that. And this one is about Roman Reigns versus The Rock, a WrestleMania big marquee match. How would you book it? You have 4 weeks to book this match. 4 weeks to plan it out, trying to explain the story and make it compelling, give it some structure, and make the audience want to see, okay, what's the final conclusion to this? So, I'm going to begin with week 1. Now, The Rock's been gone because he's a big Hollywood star, been making movies, and, he's not been there for a little while. Now, Vince McMahon decided to call The Rock back and say, hey, you want to come back, you get a title shot because part-timers do, Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg, etc. So, The Rock comes back, and he wins the title, and then Roman becomes jealous. Roman absolutely furious by this because Roman wanted that spotlight, and The Rock just taking it from him. So Roman then turns his back on The Rock, and after shaking The Rock's hands, going well done, he gets a pair of brass knuckles out and does a Superman punch and just cuts The Rock open and just pounding on The Rock, beating him up, leaving him in his own pool of blood. Now Roman then went backstage to the gorilla position, and him and Vince had some quite angry words. Vince was asking him why. Roman was like, why did you bring him back? You did not need The Rock no more. He's old, he's past his time. And that was the basis of how this feud is going to escalate. Now, there are going to be other family members because, of course, Roman and The Rock are family related, between each other. So this is how others are going to be included. Roman Reigns was stopped backstage, this is week 2 now, by the Usos about what he had done. Roman defended it by saying The Rock treated the family, like crap. He didn't care about them when he was making movies, they had to make their own money on their backs, there was no help from The Rock. They were almost neglected by The Rock, and the Usos agreed with Roman and sided with Roman. Now, The Rock called out Roman to the ring for a reason, like why did he do what he did. Roman explained how, The Rock cared only about himself. Then Mick Foley returns. Mick Foley came to the ring in support of The Rock. Mick Foley said The Rock always cared about his family every single day. Roman still didn't believe Mick. Mick then gets Mr. Sacco out ready, and then the Usos head to the ring to try and stop Mick. The Rock questions the Usos, and Usos attack The Rock for supporting Mick. Mick was triple powerbomb through the commentary table, and The Rock was speared through the barricade. This ends the first 2 weeks of the feud. We're now leading up to halfway. Week 3, The Rock calls for backup. This week with Rikishi returning to WWE. Rikishi confronts his son about their recent actions. Both Jimmy and Jay said they couldn't hear any more of The Rock boasting of his own glory. Rikishi and The Rock teach Usos a lesson in respect, but before the match someone had jumped Rikishi backstage. He needed medical care. Usos are furious and want to know who did the attack. Week 4. After recovering security footage, it turned out it was Jacob Fatu and Sean Maluta who attacked him. 2 other members of the family. Now, they also want to know why. Roman Reigns confessed that he sent them because he needed more ruthless aggression out of the Usos. The Usos just wasn't being aggressive enough, and The Rock was willing to forgive them if they sided with him. The Usos then did a double super kick to Roman Reigns, and they sided with The Rock. So this now sets up a civil war in this family feud. Now we're leading up to the pay-per-view, WrestleMania, the whole hype package, blah blah blah, and we start off with the Usos versus Jacob and Sean. Rikishi was ringside for the Usos while Roman was for Jacob and Sean. Usos won after Rikishi attacked Jacob Fatu, kind of returning the favour, and the Usos got the big win, for their dad. Now, the main event, Roman Reigns versus The Rock, the title on the line, the WWE title, and the fans were split in the middle, cheering, booing, blah blah blah. Big spot between the two, fighting through the fans, typical kind of Rocky style match, plus Roman, they had weapons used, things like that. Roman hits The Rock with a brand new finisher that has never been seen, fully making him a dominant heel with the finishing move, and him, Jacob, and Sean celebrated the victory, and they ended up turning their back completely on the Usos and Rikishi, and basically, they blind attacked them, leaving them on the floor and everything, and they celebrated together as the new kind of like the way with the new Heart Foundation kind of thing, where you had to split a little bit, and now you have the Roman Reigns, Jacob, and Sean celebrating with the title in the air, and that's how the pay-per-view ends. So you see the whole build-up of the Roman Reigns frustrated with The Rock, the family trying to help out and get involved, then they split, there's civil war, and now you have Roman, who's going to be in the company for a few more years, The Rock going back to making films. He's there now at the top of the chain, fully fledged heel, and the fans were cheering it because they wanted Roman to turn fully heel, not a tweener, not an in-between. They wanted Roman to be fully heel, and this was the way they enjoyed it. They liked the storytelling. It became a 5 out of 5 by Dave Meltzer. Okay, I'm over that already, but you get the idea. So let me know what you guys think about booking Roman Reigns versus The Rock, including their family members, so it becomes kind of a civil war. And then at the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, they have a 6 versus 6 Hell in a Cell matchup, no other interference. These 6 just go at it and try to basically end the bad blood between each other in this one matchup. Okay, that's just a little bit extra bonus footage. But again, let me know what you think of the idea of Roman Reigns versus The Rock. How would you book it? And again, thank you for tuning in. You're always appreciated, always welcome. And God bless you all, and stay safe, of course, with the whole COVID-19. And again, I always look forward to hearing your ideas and what you would do in booking any type of match or in any type of idea, and seeing how we could play out. I tried doing this story with WWE 2K20. I'm hoping to release something, but the footage just doesn't quite showcase the emotion that I want to show with it, because it's going to be quite personal and it just doesn't show the emotion quite right. So I'm going to have to rethink the structure there. But check out my other fantasy wrestling ideas, like the AEW Junior Heavyweight title, and just let me know what you guys think and what else I could try and do, or what else I could try and write and book, etc. Well, thanks again for tuning in. You're always welcome, always appreciated, and thank you again. God bless.